Okay, y'all, good morning, good morning. It's Sunday, the day before Memorial Day. I'm going back over here to the bamboo site. Y'all saw where I welded on that blade bolt. Okay, y'all, so I'm out here in the building. I'm gonna try to, one of those blades is busted. I'm gonna try to weld it back just so I can cut tomorrow. I'll have to get it good and hot. Of the brush cutter, and yeah, I really need to get it where I can get one of them blades off, man. So I plan on leaving that thing over here. I really need to get a wrench, a socket that'll fit those blade bolts. I'm gonna go back up in the building and see if I can find well, I know I got a big enough wrench, because I plan on leaving my older brush cutter, you know, the smaller brush cutter, the one that is not a mulcher. I plan on leaving it over there at the bamboo site. So I need to get the right wrench and socket to where I can take the blade off if possible. And have one of the blades in the truck with me so I can buy a set of blades for that thing, because apparently MTL, I mean, they went out of business, or I don't know what their deal is. You can't get them on the phone or nothing. Even the MTL dealer that I deal with, they say they can't get nothing from MTL. They won't. She told me that they won't answer the phone. And I'm like, wow. So I told y'all I ordered, you know, when I lost that camera the other day, not lost it, but ran over it. Yeah, I'm still crying about it. So I'll probably cry about it until I replace it. But this is the SD card that I buy for the action cameras. Guaranteed not to lag. I used to have these cameras, and they would they would freeze up. You get all this good footage, especially like out in the field. You know, you get all this great footage and, you know, rich color and everything. And then you put it on a computer, or, you know, open up the SD card, and the file it didn't take or whatever. And then a lot of times you'll get an error on the camera while it's recording. Of course, you can't see it if you're, you know, in the machine or something, and the error will say SD card too slow or something like that, and then it just stops recording. So you'll be thinking you got great footage and you really ain't got nothing. And there's nothing more frustrating, and you guys that do content, y'all probably vouch for this. Nothing more frustrating than thinking you got footage and you don't. So, yeah. It's all good, man. But we got company today, man. So, we had company last night, and I stayed up. I stayed up a lot later than I normally stay up, so I'm a little bit slow motion this morning. But we're not working tomorrow. You know, not me and Cam. I may go over to the y'all know the damn HOA site here and knock some of that out. Yeah, I'm beat, man. I don't really even, to be honest, man, I really don't even feel like doing a lot today. I don't even feel like going over here. And I know it's going to rain, so let's go on over here and get this bamboo site done. We'll see how this cutter does. I definitely want to grab the tools necessary to take one of the blades off. So I'm headed over here. I'm gonna go on and fill up, man. The truck needs fuel. I can go on the top of the skid off, and then I'll probably use about a half a tank over here. I did bring the necessary tools. I'm hoping to take the blade off, one of the blades off of the brush cutter, the other brush cutter, you know, the regular brush cutter, and I'm going to have to find it, man. So I need to have it. I need to have one in my hand, so when I go Tractor Supply in some of the places, you can probably just find them, because they're not, you know, special made or nothing. I mean, there's probably, you know, just a handful of blades that go on a 72-inch brush cutter with the, I call them the hockey puck, you know, mounts. So I need to have a blade in my hand where I can put a tape measure on it and the diameter of the hole and all that. So I've never taken them off of there. You know, I've had that brush cutter at least 3 or 4 years. So I actually bought it before COVID. So yeah, 5 years. I've never changed the blades on it. But I need to put fuel in this truck, man. Fill it up, fill the skid up. Shit, $150 worth of fuel, man. I'm finna spend right now. So, you know, it's real funny to me that I do the videos, and you know, work videos where I'm showing, you know, pulling trees down and brush cutting and all that, and I barely get any views. You know, nothing like, you know, I think it's like ranked number 9 in the last 30 days or something thus far. So, but when I do a video talking crap about somebody, it instantly goes to number 1 and stays there until I put another video up. Well, number 1 in my list of videos, right? So, come on, man. Everybody says they want, you know, less drama, but folks love the drama, man. They love it. I mean, it's like, bring it on. You know, the viewers love the drama. You know, a lot of them. I get more views, put it that way. I don't know what that means, but it means I get more views on drama videos than anything else. I guess people like the way I talk shit about other people, so. That weld is holding good. Okay, and I've hit some pretty good stuff. So, you gotta, when you're doing stuff like this, and well, you gotta know the owner and everything, and know what their overall goal is. And you always want to try to make it easier moving forward, right? And you want to make it look nice. And we know there's plenty of trees in here. We're not short on trees. Let's see, but you see these 2 sweet gums right here, this one right here, and then the one on the other side of it. If you back off of this, right, and you look down through there, it would look a lot better if just that one big tree's there, and get rid of all this little stuff. Little stuff has a hard time living anyway. and it just well, it's just busy, and it doesn't have to be. Like you got 2 trees, those 2 little ones right there. At least take out that one on this side right there, right? And then as you're looking, so the goal over here is to help with the bamboo. So anywhere I can't get the machine between the trees, I need to take a tree out, and the smallest tree, right? So you got 1, 2, 3 trees right there. So that one in the middle with all the green going up it, you take that one out, and then you can come through there with a machine. Now right here, if the owner's okay with it, I'll just push both of these over. They're junk, and you're never going to get it nice and neat, man, without it. You know, it's just always a mess, man. If you want to maintain stuff like this, whether you're the owner or a contractor, well, sometimes you gotta make it easy for the machine to do what it's supposed to do. This stump is ugly. It ain't hurting nothing though, right? And it's not like blocking the sun. You want to let the sun hit the ground in here, and that kind of helps everything, you know, biodegrade and all. There was a time in these woods where you couldn't, you know, I've taken out probably 50 trees in these woods, and just pushing them over as I go. And I like to push them over and get the stump out if I can. But y'all can see the 2 trees, the 2 little ones right there on the other side of that great big pine stump. I take both of them out. And then what you can do here too, where there's a pile of dirt, we can grade this out a little bit better and make it where it's smoother, and then it's easier to keep the bamboo down. But you'll notice like briars and stuff like that always grow right up next to the freaking tree. It's like they have a mind of their own. They're not going to grow out here where I can cut them. They're going to grow in here where I can't get to them. And that's a big ass tree. Now all the leaves that you see on this tree, the first 45 or 50 feet, that's all vines. So I'll probably bring that cutter over here and just cut it right there, right there, right there. Just cut the vines so the vines will die. Spraying the vines I mean, it really doesn't work. Cutting them off is just the best way to do it if you ask me. But this whole area in here, you're gonna have a chicken coop right there. This whole area in here needs to be kind of cleaned up. So there's a big old rock, right? You don't want to hit that. We'll throw this out over here into the drainage. There's a natural spring that runs through this property too, down all the way down to the pond, and it's but if we can get all this mulched up good and get a couple of the critical trees, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, I see about 10, and they're all, you know, 8-inch diameter or smaller. So Okay, y'all. Let me clean off that screen, man. The screen looks terrible. Okay, y'all. So that's a wrap over here, man. I'm moving mountains, man. I did a lot of work over here. I ran the machine for about, well, I don't know exactly how many hours, but quite a few. But now this is my older brush cutter. It's a 72-inch MTL XC4. Now that's the XC8T with the grinding wheel. You know, with the grinding with stump grinding teeth on it. And this one right here does not. But like I said, this one right here is a lot better for doing you know, grassy stuff. But what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to get one of these blades off, because I'm leaving this thing here. And I'm gonna take the grapple bucket home with me, and this one right here home with me. But it's like 2:30, and I've been going hard, man, all day. So it's not perfect over here, but man, it's so much better. I removed about 15 trees. Y'all saw some of them, but first thing you gotta do is you gotta, and I've never taken a blade off before of this, so first thing you gotta do is you gotta, and they got this little trap door. Like that's how I knew to put one on the other one. On that one, you know, they didn't have a trap door, but I made one so I could access everything. I don't know what it's going to take to get that blade off, but we're fixing to see. So I'm going to put y'all right here, and yeah. So, now it's going to come off. All right, man. All right. So yeah, your boy didn't bust a sweat today. I did a lot of work, but only having one camera, man, I didn't get a lot of footage. I got some footage of me grinding a few trees down, but that's about it, man. But I moved mountains over here, man. I did really good. I think it looks really, really, really good. Of course, it's woods, so it's, you know, like I didn't get around all the trees, but what I did is I left him my damn bicycle handle brush cutter, you know, that big ass weed eater, what it is, and yeah, so, but I'm going. It's 3:30, man. So yeah, it's time for me to go eat, man. But I basically used the money that I made this weekend to fund the whole week. One day from the weekend will fund my whole week. Labor, gas, air, everything. So, and then the other day, I'm stacking, just stacking. All right, y'all, man, I'm tired. I really ain't got a lot to talk about, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload the video, man. I don't even know. Get something to eat and see how I feel. But hope everybody has a safe Memorial Day. Don't catch no case, y'all. Don't be getting out there looking stupid. Y'all know, man. Sammy time Sunday, y'all.